Hello, all my YouTube friends out there. I'm going to do out and about with a Canadian video today. Lynn Denton, I was on a live stream with her a while ago. She challenged all of us Canadians to do an out and about video. I guess she likes hearing us say out and about. So anyway, this is mine. We had about a little over 2 feet of snow on the ground up until yesterday, and it started raining. It get really warm, like we were down the negative 30s, it's up to negative 40s lately, but she warmed way up to above zero. So that's the other thing about this Canadian video. I'm doing everything in Celsius, miles per hour, and everything in metric. Yeah, so it'll come up above zero. As we all know, 0 degrees Celsius is freezing point, and started raining, and it actually got up to 10 degrees, 10 or 12 degrees, and it rained all afternoon, all last night, and all this morning. It just started freezing up again. It dropped right now on my car, and it's -1, and so everything's all iced up. And let's take a look around here. See if I can get my window down. Yeah, you can see that there's not much snow left. She pretty well all melted down. Anyhow, so we're gonna take a little drive in town. I gotta pick up a few groceries. So I'm just going to show you what I do when I go to town. All right. Well, while I'm waiting for my car to thaw out here, I got a bunch of condensation in the inside here and some ice built up on the windshield. I'm going to tell you about Canadian cigarettes. We have lately went to more of an American style packaging. We still have 25 cigarettes in a package, and they're like the American hard pack, with a kind of like a box, a squarish box, the flap on the top you lift up. This here, the kind I smoke, is the traditional Canadian package. It's a long, thin one. We have this great big warning too. You guys are starting to have these now as well, but we've got a bunch of different ones. There's this one, yeah, this one here, smoking can hurt your children. Anyhow, they all have these little tabs on them. Every province has a different tab, different colored tab. This is the New Brunswick one. So when you open the pack up, there's 2 sections. I've already smoked all these. That was the big one, and this is the smaller one. Since there's 25 cigarettes, there's 12 on this side and there's 13 in this, and they're normally covered with tin foil on this side as well. And when you get to the side, you pull it off. I always shove it down in here, so I don't let her. Anyhow, oh, and they open up like this. You just push from the bottom. Anyway. For you smokers out there, American smokers, any of you ever buy Canadian pack of cigarettes, you know how to get into them now. There's my speedometer. No, I'm not doing 100 miles an hour, that's kilometers an hour. You notice that the inner circle is in miles per hour. I think this is pretty blurry actually because autofocus isn't working that great at the moment. Anyway, yeah, we do have the inner circle miles per hour, so that if we're in the States, we don't get speeding tickets. Well, it looks as though all this rain has caused some flooding. They got this part of the street shut off because that's all flooded up through. Yep, we're going to go to the MB Liquor Commission and show you guys just how much it costs for us to get a case of beer. It's insane. Yep, that's right. Save $5 and it's still $36 for a quart of Jim Beam. Some of our craft beers, you can see like $4.20 per can, $3.99, $4.19. Booze isn't cheap here in Canada. I don't know how the hell we can afford to be alcoholics. There's the prices on Budweiser and Bud Light. That's right, that's Alpine, a local beer made right here in New Brunswick. A 6-pack's $13.49 for one of those. For you rye drinkers, $67.29. Yep, that's for 1.14 liters a quart. Trailer Park Boy fans, they've got their own brand of whiskey out there. Liquorman's Old Dirty Canadian Whiskey, $32.99. Now, anyone who's been to Canada or from Canada certainly knows this sign. The old Tim Hortons, our favorite coffee and donut shop. Hi, can I get a medium double? And do you have any maple donuts?
We have a Canadian maple donut.
Yes, I'll have one of those, please.
Is that everything?
Yep.
It's $3.10 and we don't have that for you at the window.
Thank you. How Canadian is that? Medium double and a maple Canadian donut. I don't think I'm going to be able to film. I don't think I'm going to be able to film this and drive up to the drive-thru and do all that exchange at the same time. So while I'm waiting in the lineup here, I'm going to show you. This is how I'm going to pay for it. You noticed on the screen it said, or she said, $3.10, and it showed up on the screen. I don't know if you saw it or not. It's $3.08. Well, we don't have pennies here in Canada anymore. We eliminated the penny a couple years ago. So you can see right here, that's a toonie, that's worth $2. It's a loonie, it's worth $1, and there's a dime. So we have $2 coins, $1 coins, and all the regular coins you have. We used to have the penny, like I say, but not anymore. When I get a second here after I get to the drive-thru, I'll pull my wallet and I'll show you your paper money. So, I get an American 5 there. There's a Canadian 5. It's hard to do with one hand. Maybe easier just to put the phone down for a second and do this without the wallet. There, I left the American 5 in there just to show you. It's about the same length, the same width. We do have all kinds of holographic things on our money, like that, those things, for any counterfeiting measures. I don't have any red ones and brown ones. The red ones are the $50 bills, and the brown ones are the $100 bills at the moment. But anyway, there's all kinds of things on these bills for any counterfeiting measures. Canadian Mint, actually, the Winnipeg Mint, does all kinds of different currencies for different countries, like Cuba and I think they do 28 different countries' currencies at that mint. They very good at what they do. Now, what you're seeing now across is the St. Croix River. Right across that river is the city of Calais, Maine. They call it a city, but there's only about 2,000 people or so in it. But anyway, that's America. That's Maine. So all I do is up the river here a little ways. You can't see it there because of this big pile of snow, which I can't imagine how big it was before this rain. Anyway, there's a bridge up there. We just crossed that bridge. And it's much easier if you have one of these guys to get across. Passport. So I carry this in my car all the time because I'm always going across. And yes, I am Canadian. Here's my proof. Anyhow, well, now since it's so easy to scoot across the border all the time, things that are quite expensive here in Canada, like milk and gasoline, we'll scoot across there and grab that. So we get the kind of the best of both worlds here. Anything that's cheaper on one side, we'll go over and grab. And we may not have a Walmart of our own, but here's our hockey rink. What good Canadian town wouldn't have a hockey rink? So it's a nice new brand new one. Anyhow, and finally, what Canadian video would be a Canadian video without some poutine? Got mine from A&W. I think that these guys have the best poutine for a fast food restaurant. They use real cheese curds. You can see those are curds, not just mozzarella. I'm sure my friend Cheesehead Chris knows about cheese curds. For those of you who don't, it's young cheese. When it first comes out, it's all curded. Those small balls type of thing, those small chunks. And then that's what they press together to make into blocks of cheese like cheddar and whatnot. So what they do is they take this young cheese. It's very stringy when it gets warm. And damn Zoom keeps going on me. Yeah. So then, for those of you who don't know who poutine is, I'm sure everybody does, but I'm on focus. It's French fries with gravy and cheese curds, and it's awesome. And it's a Canadian thing. Anyhow, that'll conclude it. There's a bunch of other things I can go on about too, like, you know, how we spell words like color and labor with a U, and a bunch of other different Canadian things, but this is my Canadian video. So this was Out and About with Dick. Have a good day, Lynn.